Hello, sixth graders. Welcome to sixth grade math mean lesson. Pause while you write the lesson title in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's lesson objective in your math notebook. Today's objective is I can find and compare the means of data sets by completing practice problems with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. Our first Arizona standard that we'll be working on today is create a statistical question given a context and develop a data set with a given measure of center, spread, and overall shape, and determine how additional data points impact these measures. Our second standard is summarize numerical data sets in relation to their context by finding measures of center, variability, and overall patterns. Let's start with the key idea. Our key idea today is on mean. Mean is the mean of a data set is the sum of the data divided by the number of data values. So in numbers, the example they give us is our data is 8, 5, 6, and 9. And the mean of that is 8 plus 5 plus 6 plus 9, because remember, sum is adding. And then there are 4 values. So there's 8, 5, 6, and 9. That's 4 data values. So we divide the sum of that by 4. So when we add those numbers up, we get 28, and 28 divided by 4 equals 7. So the mean of that set of data is 7. So be sure all of this makes it into your math notebook. So let's take a look at example 1. We are finding the mean. The table shows the number of text messages sent by a group of friends over 1 week. What is the mean number of messages sent? So when we're asked what is the question asking us to do, that's right here. It's asking us to find the mean number of messages sent. So step 1 is we find the sum of the data. So we have to take all of these numbers over here and add them up. And then we count up how many values there are and we divide by that. So step 2 is we divide the sum by the number of values. So 2 is divide the sum by the number of values. And then it says we simplify. So that's step 3. And so the mean number of text messages sent is 103. For example 2, we are going to compare 2 means to one another. So our problem says the double bar graph shows the monthly rainfall amounts for 2 cities over a 6-month period. And it asks us to compare the mean monthly rainfalls. So you can see the double bar graph. It's got 6 months, November through April, and it has 2 different cities, City 1 and City 2. And you can see all their different rainfall amounts on that graph. So our first step is to calculate the mean for each city. So City 1's mean, we add up the values. So we find the sum of the data. And step 2, and we do that for both cities. For both cities. And then step 2, we're going to divide the sums by the we're dividing by the number of data points, which is 6, because we collected data for 6 months. So we're dividing the sums by the number of data points. And again, we do that for both cities. And so when we do that for city 1, we have 15.6, that's our sum, and we divide that by 6 and we get 2.6. And for city 2, we have 12, that's our sum, and we divide that by 6 and we get 2. And then our third step is we are going to compare to see which is greater. So we're comparing the two means to see which city had more rain. So because 2.6 is greater than 2, city 1 had more average rainfall during that 6-month period. Okay, let's look at example 3. It has an A, B, and C. So we're going to take each one sort of separately, but they're all part of the same problem. So we are finding the mean with and without an outlier. So an outlier, and I know you've put this into your notebook in Words Worth Knowing, so I'm going to give you my definition, but you've got the book definition as well. So an outlier is a value that's sort of way outside of what most of the values are. So if you look at these Shetland pony heights, it says the table shows the heights of several Shetland ponies. So if you can look at this cute little guy, he's a Shetland pony. And you'll see that most of them are around 40 inches. But then you've got this one little dude who is only 28 inches tall. We don't know why he's so short. That's not the question. But the issue is that he's an outlier. And so part A of this question says we need to identify the outlier. So we need to do it more than by just looking at the graph. In a future lesson, you will see that there's actually a mathematical way to tell if something truly is an outlier or is not. But here we are just going to display the data in a dot plot. And then you can see that there's a whole cluster of values up here around 40. And then there's a huge gap between 28 and 37. So that shows you that the outlier is 28. So the height of 28 inches is much less than the other heights. So it is an outlier. Now let's take a look at 3B, where we're going to calculate the mean with the outlier and the mean without the outlier. So we have to sort of keep track of our math here. So for step 1, we're going to find the sum of our data points with the outlier, and we're going to find the sum of the data points without the outlier. So sum with outlier and the sum without the outlier. Without outlier, that's hard to say. So you're calculating two different means here, one without the outlier and one with the outlier. So you can see that the mean with the outlier, the sum is 379, and without the outlier, it's 351. And now here's the tricky part. When you're dividing by the number of data points, it changes because you're taking that outlier out. So with the outlier, you have 10 data points. Without the outlier, you have 9 data points. So that means our mean with the outlier is 37.9, and without the outlier, it's 39. So that's going to make it so that we can see the difference between these two means and what having that little 28-inch pony in there does to our mean. So we'll get to that in part C. And in part C, if you look back up at the top, it asks us to describe how the outlier affects the mean. So when we look at our two means with the outlier, the mean is 37.9 inches, and without the outlier, it is 39 inches. So that means that 28 inches is really sort of throwing off our mean. It's really making it much shorter, much smaller than what it would be. So a nice simple way to say that is what we have here. So we're just interpreting what's going on. It says with the outlier, the mean is less than all but 3 of the heights. So you can see that 37.9 inches is less than everything except for 37 and 37 and 30 and 28, sorry, 28, there we go. And so that means that it's really not representing all of those 10 heights very well. So without the outlier, the mean better represents the heights. So you can see that without the outlier, it's much closer to the heights of most of those Shetland ponies. So to complete this lesson, you need to be sure that your notes in your ISN are complete and that you have completed everything on your Google form, and review the lesson if you need to, and complete your Big Ideas math assignment in your spiral notebook and submit that when it is 100% correct, not before. Be sure you track your progress on your playlist.